And it's so important, Andrew, you're absolutely right, because if we want to grow, we need to know where we're growing. What does that look like for us? Who are we going to need on this journey with us? Is it just you? Or are you going to need other people? Because what sometimes happens is, if we don't have a plan of how our organisation is going to grow and what that's going to look like, you just find yourself in a situation where you get overwhelmed and you go, holy shit, I need somebody and I need them like yesterday. And you just go, I'll just have anyone. I just say, someone please come in and save me from what's happening in the business. And you end up putting people into positions that you make them up. You might go, oh, what am I going to call them? I know, I'll give them this nice name. That sounds nice. And you'll just start putting people in positions in your business that you haven't thought through. You don't know if it's the right position for the business. And then you end up thinking, well, why is this not working? We had a conversation on the table at the back, and we talked about some of the roles in the business, and somebody on the table said, well, actually, I now don't know what his role is, or like what he's meant to be doing and what that looks like. And that happens a lot. People can come into the business, and even I've had it in the past where people have a business and they don't have an organisational chart and they don't know where they're heading with it, and someone comes into the business and they think, and someone might say, oh, well, can I change my hours? Can I do this? And actually, I'll be really, really good at this part of the business. And before you know it, because the business owner doesn't know, hasn't thought about it, they then go, oh, yeah, actually, you want to do that? You're really, really good at that? Oh, well, we'll make that role yours. And before they know it, they've got a big gap in the business, and they're then structuring their whole business around other people's needs rather than what the business needs. And that's something you should always keep in the forefront of your mind with any decision that you make, especially if it's an emotional one, especially if you feel you're getting pulled. And when we bring people into businesses, it gets a little bit tricky. And what I always ask myself when any decision I'm making is, does this serve the business? Does this serve the business? That's the main thing you need to always ask. Because when you start building a team and you bring people in, you build relationships. And sometimes you might make decisions based upon relationships and emotions with other people. But if you have something very, very clear and something very, very structured and laid out, you'll make sure you're heading in the right direction. And you might listen to somebody and go, well, actually, you're very good at that role. Is there a future role for that position? Have I planned that in? What does that look like? Because otherwise, we're just shooting from the hip. We don't know where we're heading. We don't know who we need. We don't know what it looks like.